In this video, we're going to be talking about writing the equation of a parabola given its vertex and focus. The vertex of a parabola is the point where the graph changes directions, and it will be always of the form h, k. The focus is the point that the parabola bends around, and it's always going to be distance, absolute value of p, from the vertex. Let's look at the form of the equation of a parabola. If our parabola opens upward or downward, the form of the equation will be quantity x minus h squared equals 4p times quantity y minus k. If it opens upward, p will be greater than 0, and if it opens downward, p will be less than 0. If the parabola opens to the right or to the left, the form of our equation changes to quantity y minus k squared equals 4p times quantity x minus h. If it opens to the right, p will be positive, and it opens to the left, p will be negative. Let's look at an example. We want to find the equation of the parabola with vertex negative 5, 3 and focus 1, 3. So the first thing we want to do is get a rough sketch of what we think this is going to look like. So we have vertex negative 5, 3. So it's going to be right there. And we have focus 1, 3, which will be right there. Well, we know the vertex is where it changes directions, and we know that it bends around the focus, so it's going to look something like this. So we know that this opens right. So that tells us, if we look back at our chart, that it has form y minus k squared equals 4p times x minus h, and that p is greater than 0. So our second step is we want to find p and identify h and k. So to find p, we need the distance between the vertex and the focus. So we have absolute value of p equals 1 minus negative 5, because this is the point 1, 3, and this is the point negative 5, 3. So that gives us the absolute value of 6. So we know that this could either be positive 6 or negative 6. But we figured out before that p is greater than 0, so it's going to be positive 6. Next, let's identify our h and k. We know that the vertex of a parabola is h, k, and they gave us that our vertex was negative 5, 3, so that tells me that h equals negative 5 and k equals positive 3. So then my third step is just to write my equation. So we know the form is y minus k squared equals 4p times x minus h. So we have y minus 3 squared equals 4 times 6 times x minus negative 5. And if we simplify that, we get y minus 3 squared equals 24 times x plus 5.